Good evening. My name is Cecile Seth, and I am a resident of New Providence for 15 years. I have a freshman at Union County Vocational Technical School. It's not, I'll call it Magnet, just to be easy. But it's an amazing place. You've seen the results, you know, I'm sure you're very familiar with you know, being ranked second, et cetera, nationally. I just want to thank you. This did not come about by accident. It took a lot of bold innovation over a lot of years, for which I'm very, very thankful. I know that you balance myriad issues. You have, you know, Union County is not the richest county, yet you achieved this, and there are a lot of other demands for your time and the money. And I know that you can't comment on salary negotiations, but as you may be aware, a third of the teachers were given pink slips as part of that salary negotiation, and those are all we have tenured. Now, I have a son who loves science. You know, it's a beacon for kids who are gifted, and his favorite classes happen to be English and world history because those particular teachers are so gifted and happen to be on tenure. Now, there are two major reform movements in the country, and you've done a fabulous job of keeping them separate. One is merit-based pay for teachers, and the other is getting database measures of academic success, hard or, you know, all you've heard those many times. And until we get them both figured out, you need to be separate. You've done a great job of that. For that, I really thank you. And now that we're in this situation, I would like for you to consider taking two bold steps. One is I would love to see merit-based bonuses for the teachers who are not tenured. You know, you give them pink slips, you're hiring for those who are the best. So let's, you know, you got to this place with the school by making it a beacon for innovation in the country. Let's continue to be bold. And the second is implementing student surveys regarding teaching effectiveness. So I think those are two things that you could do that would show the community that you are continuing to be at the cutting edge of best practices within the industry. And I encourage you to do those things. And keep up the great work and do some great stuff.
Very kind of you. Anyone else wishing to be heard?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Jody Eswitz, and I'm from Springfield, New Jersey. So while I'm a proud resident of Springfield, I go to Union County Magnet High School, and I'm here to talk about my concern over the decision to issue 43 non-renewable slips to the untenured teachers on campus. So this decision has affected not just the teachers and not just me, but really everybody on campus, and we decided to wear red today, and about, I'd say 90% of kids were wearing red because we all feel very strongly about this. Speaking on a more personal level, it's the decision to issue these slips has meant that my AP government and politics teacher, who's been a real mentor for me and has led me to decide that I want to go into politics like all of you guys are doing right now and pursue political science in college. He's one of the people who got pink slipped, and by the way, the pre-holder Mirabella, your son's in that class with me, as well as agricultural science. So it's hard to think that he might not be coming back next year, and that other people might not have the opportunity to learn from him like I have. So for me, it's very difficult to hear that the teachers who have inspired you and helped me along the way in high school are being thought of as disposable and as not worth keeping if you have to pay them tenure. So for me, that really hurts to look at the school that I love and that has given me so much opportunities and see it as doing that to the teachers. And so I hope that you, the freeholders tonight, recognize what a profound impact all of these teachers have had on me and on the other people from my school who are going to speak. and move to do something to stop 30% of who we are from being taken from us. So I stand with my teachers and my peers united as a campus when I convey my concern and ask you with sincerity and respect to help us. And thank you.
Hello, my name is Joseph Napolitano. I also go to the from Cranford. I also go to the Union County Magnet High School. As you know, within the last week, we've had a lot of drama surrounding the teachers. They haven't had a contract for the last year. They've been working off last year's contract, and contract negotiations are still going on. These teachers are incredibly qualified, which hurts because they're paid 21st out of the 23 school districts in this county, while our superintendent is paid second. This superintendent has issued 43 pink slips to all non-tenured teachers, which doesn't sound like a lot until you realize we only have 122 full-time faculty. He issued pink slips to 1 in every 3 teachers. We don't really understand why fully that he did this. 2 prevailing theories. The first is that he actually intends to fire a large amount of teachers. He put out an ad for almost 20 teachers in the New Jersey Star-Ledger last week, I believe Sunday. The other theory is that this is a scare tactic to get the union to accept lower demands and worsen the teacher's salary and benefits. So, I wanted to also talk about Mr. McMenamin, who's brought up by my friend Jonah. Mr. McMenamin is our AP government teacher. He's been teaching for 3 years, which would mean in 1 year, if he swiped in, he would be tenured and couldn't be fired without doing something absolutely egregious. This man, in addition, he does government exceptionally well. He can take the most absolutely mind-numbingly boring topics in the world, like how bureaucracy works as a whole, and turn them into fun, into songs. We've done mock Supreme Court cases like the one pending right now, Aberfeld v. Hodge, for gay marriage. We've debated all the last 4 presidents, and it's been an absolutely amazing experience. And like Jonah, I'm going to political science too, and he was part of my inspiration. The man also does 2 clubs. He stays after school, sometimes for drama club, until 9 o'clock, 6 hours after he's done with school. And he's helped me personally. I tried to start a speech and debate club last year. We didn't have any real humanities clubs because it's a math and science school. And he's with me every step of the way. He's there every meeting, no matter what. And we have some of the absolute best teachers in the world who could earn 3 or 4 times what they're earning at this school, easily. My English teacher, junior year, was a graduate from Harvard Law. My physics teacher right now, lived in China and immigrated to get a PhD from Columbia University. My physics teacher's sophomore year worked on a nuclear submarine for the Navy. All of them could easily go to any other school and earn more money and advance faster, or go into the private sector and earn incredible amounts of money, or do whatever they wanted. But they chose to come here. And they chose us. And I want to defend them as much as they defended us. And I want to love them back as much as they have loved us. Thank you.
My name is Josh Faulkner, and I'm a junior from Berkeley Heights. I used to take pride in my enrollment at the Union County Magnet High School, which Newsweek ranked as the #2 high school in the country last year. I can no longer say that I am proud to be a student at the Union County Vocational Technical School. As you've heard this week, all non-tenured teachers at UCBTS these non-renewal notices. Every single non-tenured teacher, 43, were given them. What the students at UCBTS are being told is that the county does not think that it is worth investing in our futures. Although the non-tenured teachers have only been at UCBTS for a few years, we have developed close relationships with them. The teacher whose class convinced me that magnet was the right decision for me has a family who does not know how they will get by next year. The teacher whose class subject became one of my major academic interests for college is praying to be able to get health insurance next year. The teacher whom I had my first year and who I will have again next year will not be able to write me a college recommendation. I have with me today a poster with the signature of over 300 district students, which we will present to the Union County VOTEC Board of Education at their meeting on Monday. It reads, "Don't fire our staff. They are what makes our schools successful." Our teachers are our role models and inspirations. If it is not worth investing in my teachers, then it must not be worth investing in my future. Please save our schools.
Hello, I'm Jessica Gannon from Clark. I am also a student at Union County Magnet High School. I am also here tonight to greatly express the love for our teachers. We are fortunate enough to have such an exceptional group of them. With their unique styles of teaching, they really help us as students. The students that attend Magnet are bright-minded and eager to learn. Teachers harness this eagerness, and they help students rise to their full potential. Coming into Magnet my freshman year, I didn't really know if I wanted to stay or not. But my freshman tech teacher, Mr. Marr, totally changed my mind, and I knew I wanted to stay there for the rest of my 4 years. He taught me all these things on AutoCAD, which I never even knew about beforehand, and his passion really inspired me to go into a field of that when I'm older. Another thing is that last year I had a concussion. I'm very active in basketball and soccer. I didn't know if I would be able to get caught up by the end of the year. I was out for about 3 months. The teachers were so supportive and individually helped me create a plan to get caught up. They are always available, and the students can always come to them during their lunchtime to get help with academics. I am not the only one that feels this way. Today, we called all the students on campus to wear red in support of our teachers. We didn't know about the turnout, but when we left school at the end of the day, it was just a sea of red. It was just amazing. The love for our teachers is incredible, and everybody outside was cheering for them. So thank you for your time, and I hope that you will recognize and appreciate the time that our teachers have continuously dedicated to their students. Thank you.
I'm Elsa Rodriguez. I'm from Cranford, and I'm also from the Union County Magnet High School, so 4 for 4. I'd just like to thank you guys first off for hearing us, because it really does make a difference that we are able to be heard. Now, you guys have heard already that Magnet has been ranked #2 nationally and is consistently ranked in the top 2, maybe probably first for a while now in New Jersey. But we definitely wouldn't be able to achieve that without our phenomenal teachers. So one teacher, for example, Peter Nowakowski, he's a Princeton University graduate, and he's ridiculously overqualified to be teaching at our school, freshman literature. He's taught at so many different prestigious schools, but he decided to take a chance. And it's amazing what he does for us. Every single day, if you go into his class during lunch period, you'll see tens of students who are in there to see him, and he helps revise their papers, not just for his own students, but for students of every single grade in the school. You can often see him juggling a sandwich and 3 papers at the same time while trying to grade papers as well. And, he's also so much of a mentor to every single one of us. He might as well be a guidance counselor. You always get that feeling when something is too good to be true that you just hope you don't screw it up. and this Monday he was one of the teachers who received a pink slip. You know, for a school like Magnet, reputation means a lot because students do have to apply. You know, it can mean the difference between an exceptional student deciding to apply and making our school as amazing as it is, or not apply. And I don't think I can recommend this to people. I don't think I can recommend it to my own brother to go to a school that doesn't support its teachers, that has shaky relations. And I implore you as parents, think about it. Would you want your children to go to a school that treated its teachers this way? Probably not. Now, Magnet has made so much of a difference to me. And I wanted to make as much of a difference to other students in the future. But I want to be able to bring in new students who will see that we have exceptional relations with our teachers, and that we have amazing teachers who have a reason to be there, because right now they don't. So I implore you, we came here tonight to support our teachers, and we humbly ask you, we hope that you will do the same. Thank you.
Before you speak, I just want to say that I think the students that came here deserve another round of applause. I think it's excellent that they came here to participate in this process. We're happy that you came here to speak. You make us proud. We are very proud of these county schools, this school system. You do your teachers proud. I think that I don't believe that we have, and I think one of you indicated that we have much to do with this process, particularly with your teachers, but you know, we certainly care about the school, and I just want you guys to know, I've heard some sense of, not desperation, but despair, I guess. I do want you to know that this happens. This issue, when I was in law school, they were getting rid of some of our law school teachers, and I was one of the people who led the charge to try and keep that teacher there. And the teacher got there, got to stay. The same thing happened in undergraduate and college. So, you know, it happens from time to time, and you guys are doing what you guys are following your heart, and I'm, for one, very proud to watch you. I know you guys are going to give the board a hard time on Monday, Monday, when they decide on this. So, good luck to you very much.
Good evening to all of you. As an aside, I want to let you know that they actually have changed the agenda for Monday's meeting because they have understood that parents and students and teachers have begun to rally. So luckily, that'll give us more time to get our act together. My name is Risa Yesowitz. I live in Springfield. I want to thank you for the many wonderful programs, facilities, arts and recreational and educational opportunities that are available to my family and I as residents of Union County. I am specifically thankful for the opportunity that my children have in attending Union County Vocational Technical Schools. I have 2 children in the schools. The students at UCVTS are obviously bright and hardworking and are poised to become the leaders, movers, and shakers of the future. I know that this school and these students are quite the jewel in the crown of Union County. However, all is not right on campus, and I want to bring this to your attention very clearly. Before being chosen by you as our new superintendent, Peter Capides was the mayor of Union. Without any experience in education, I am puzzled as to why he was chosen. However, I must defer to you, whom I have helped elect, that you chose him because you believe him to be the most qualified and experienced to perform the duties of his position. Until recently, I've been relatively pleased with the performance of Mr. Capides. He has kept the status quo. We have not had curriculum revisions, major changes. The winning formula has remained the same. However, recently, Mr. Capides has brought great attention to himself and his administration by playing hardball tactics with regard to contract negotiations with the teachers. This week, Mr. Capides presented 67 teachers, more than 1/3 of the teaching staff, with pink slips. When confronted with questions via email from students about this situation, he wrote, It is important to remember that we have fiscal responsibilities and budgetary constraints to deal with. We made a more than fair offer and are confident that if the association members were aware of the offer, a settlement would be forthcoming. The administration of UC BTS teachers is laying off employees to use them as pawns in contract negotiations. They are exploiting teachers and in turn students by using pink slips as bargaining chips, blackmailing teachers into submission by hanging impending layoffs over their heads is cowardly and does not show forethought, leadership, and intelligence, perhaps some of the reasons, other than experience, that you chose Mr. Capides to lead. The intellect and talent of students at UCBTS is raw material. The teachers are what make the difference at this school. They are passionate, hardworking leaders in their fields, and we are lucky to have them leading the students of these 5 schools. They are not a disposable commodity. They are highly qualified, talented, and highly pursued by other districts. You are business people and professionals, and hopefully you know how to deal with employees and keeping budgets in check. You may think that teachers are easy to find and that this problem will go away come September. I can assure you that it will not. If this problem between the administration and teachers is not immediately resolved, the negative effects will ripple for many years to come. If money and the budget is the problem, remember that you approved tremendous expenses for facilities at this school. I know that you can find a way to quickly and effectively settle this matter. Pardon me. By allowing the situation to escalate, Mr. Capides and you, in turn, are essentially ruining employee morale. You will force many talented professionals to seek alternate teaching opportunities which pay a great deal more and in districts that value their teaching professionals. Class size will be increased and less qualified teachers will need to be hired as bodies to fill empty positions. Pink slips or riffing teachers is not common practice in quality school districts. It is not a common practice, and I'm embarrassed that the professionals that are shaping the minds of my children are treated as such.
Thank you very much for your time.